guys, this is Adam Munds with RCHub Studio Productions, and here in front of me is my Losi 5ive-t 2.0 here for the review. I kind of rushed through this one, but I got everything I needed to get done with it because I kind of want to do a little bit of a build series on it overall. And it's getting really cold out, so it's time for me to kind of start packing up the stuff outside. So, the Losi 5ive-t passed my real honest reviews. You have to get a 75% or higher to pass. I'm just not going to pass anything. So, I made it pretty difficult. There are different categories. The categories are as followed: handling, durability, upgradability, parts availability, electronics, and value. So, let's go ahead and jump right into this. Handling. This truck drives amazing. You can come into a turn as fast as you want, hammer the brakes, get right back on the gas, and it will just peel straight out. It handles great in the air as well. Its bias is really good. My only small complaint is that I'd like the brakes to kind of kick in a little bit faster. But other than that, it is perfect. The truck handles great. It handles better than 8-scale truggies. I don't know what else out there in the world handles better than that straight out of the box. Durability. Ended up beating the crap out of my stock truck here. First time you seen there in the yard, I started jumping it off my big jumps for my world record attempt in my Adventure Monster truck jump. They were very similar as well. And I ended up busting a 5ive-t rear arm on this truck here. Now, the way this broke, it's not, it might be hard to see, but it is a very jagged break, which means right there that it is not a design flaw or material issue. The plastic was just cold, and it was cold. I think that day it was in the low 30s outside in Fahrenheit, so understand that it was really cold out. So other than that, I did have one issue. I don't know if you guys can really pick that up, but this body's paint has started to come off of it. It is quite bad, to be honest. I would have liked to see it not do that, considering the price that I paid for this truck. So yeah, given that happened, that's not the best. That was just driving up and down the road, rocks flying up at it. It just chipped it right off, which is really, really depressing since you spent $1,400 on this truck and the paint's gone. The third tank through it, so which is really upsetting. But other than that, I think this truck would take a lot of abuse when it's warm outside, and I get my paint guy, Dustin Walden, to do my paint. So then we don't have that issue anymore. So I get this car a 7. Just because paint should not be falling off of a car of this price point and magnitude of it. So upgradability, I love to make my trucks different. Everything I own is different besides for my boat back here, which is just strictly a test boat. But everything else I love to make different and show off what I can do with an RC. In this truck you can do a lot. You can do Losi upgrades. You can put a Hemistorm Pinto body on this. You can put Kill B kill switch on it. And you can do Team Chase upgrades, Balloon pipe. There's many different things you can do. So for that reason right there, I give the car a 9. I would like to see a rear arm upgrade. I know Team Chase has one, but other than that, I'd like to see something. Parts availability. So when this car broke, I went to my local hobby shop. I did not find any parts for the Losi 5ive-t, which I know it's an expensive truck, and I get that, so that's a little bit understandable, but I'm still going to knock some points off of it. But online, you can find these parts all the time in stock. They're always in stock at different places. A-Main Hobbies, Tower Hobbies, Horzion Hobby. It's all over the place. So for that reason, I give the car an 8. Electronics, well, stock servo, kind of slow for the steering. Throttle, I think it's more than adequate. And I would like the clutch. I know this isn't really electronics, but since we're talking about a gas truck here, I'm going to talk about the engine and the clutch. I would like the clutch to be a little bit of higher on RPM clutch, like maybe 8,000 would be pretty nice. Then with the engine itself, I feel like the engine is more than adequate to actually do the job. It's got more than enough power for me to really throw it around and have a lot of fun with it. So for value, so for electronics, I give the truck a 9. For value, this truck sells for $1,400. It definitely delivers. It is a big chunk of change though for one single truck. You could go out and buy 2 Armor 8 scales and a Typhon, if you want, something along those lines. Like, that's how much money this truck is. And then you gotta get a receiver pack and some other things, like a kill switch. I highly recommend even before you go on the truck. So it's definitely a big price to pay. But for what it all comes with, it is a racebred truck, aluminum chassis, aluminum shocks. The upgrades are there where you can do it. And it's a gas engine, and it just sounds amazing. So for that reason, I give it an 8 out of 10. I know that one a lot of people's going to question, but I honestly feel like my money was well spent. I don't know if I'd make this purchase again for the mere factor of some of the little issues I had along the way, but I definitely do think this truck is a must-have in a collection. I just don't know if it's worth having two of them, like how the Typhon is for me. So, although the Losi 5T is a great car, the 5T gets an 83%, and keep in mind I needed a 75% to pass. So it did pretty good. I've had trucks get a lot better, and a lot of trucks get a lot worse, so it's kind of medium in the road. So, there's a few things that Losi can improve for 3.0, but it does get my seal of approval here for the Losi 5T 2.0, so make sure you guys drop me a thumbs up. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think about the Losi 5T, and until next time, this is Adam Munds with RCHub Studio Production signing off.